What's going on, everyone, from LowKick MMA? My name is Danny Podolsky, and I'm joined with Billy Goff, set to return in St. Louis against Trey Waters on May 11th. Billy, how are we doing today?
Pretty good day. It's nice weather out. Feeling good. Feeling healthy and strong. That's
Yeah,
all you can ask.
yeah, love to hear it. So I'm interviewing you about 9 days out from your fight. When do you leave for St. Louis? And yeah, I guess what are travel plans looking like?
Tuesday. I leave next Tuesday because that's the latest I can check in.
Okay, got you. Since you got into the UFC, they've sent you some cool places. You went to Singapore to fight
hmm
Kinoshita, now going to St. Louis. It's gotta be nice that they're putting you in front of the fans.
Oh yeah, I Singapore was lovely. The 23 hour flying out wasn't so bad, even though it was 23 hours. I was able to sleep for a lot of it, and it kind of just time wise worked out really well. Coming back was horrible. Had a headache, just a little sick. I couldn't sleep as well.
Hmm.
Um, but this one's going to be super quick. It's like a 4 hours of flying. So it'll be nice and easy. Won't have to spend as much time out there. Don't have to go out as early to acclimate and whatnot. Uh, but it's cool to see new places. It's cool to see kind of travel the world.
Yeah. I will also, you're from Connecticut, a New England guy. The New England scene has been growing a lot in the past years. It's unclear if the UFC is going back to Boston soon, but are you hoping at some point in your UFC run to kind of get that hometown fight? If it's not somewhere in Connecticut, then maybe in Boston.
Absolutely. I don't see them ever fighting in Connecticut because I don't think there's any arena that they would really want to get into. Like there's the casinos, Mohegan and Foxwoods, but other companies, other fight promotions are predominantly in there. Not that they couldn't, I just don't think they would. But I would love to get on Boston. I tried to get on Boston and Madison Square Garden this last time, but just between life shit happening and not being able to not get, I just didn't get fights offered. So, but eventually I will be on those cards, maybe
Yeah,
even
I mean,
headlining them.
yeah, I'll there you go. And I'll ask about MSG. I know I don't want to make you look past this fight with Trey Waters, but in the past, 3 years, the UFC's gone to MSG in November each year. Is that a possible turnaround that you'd want after this fight? Is maybe a November fight at MSG?
Yeah, I and I don't look past Trey, but I mean, win or lose, I'm gonna fight again. So it's I don't really think it's looking past him. Um, the trajectory of whether of my fight career, I can't really look past Trey because I got to get this one done first. But I'm definitely gonna fight again. I would like to fight 3 times this year, so hopefully, uh, and that's all as long as I'm healthy. Um, July or August, and then November, December.
Looking at this fight with Trey, how this one come together in terms of the matchmaking, and then have you gone to watch footage on him, and what do you think gives you the advantage over him?
I think I fight at a faster pace. I think that's going to make it hard for him to kind of get his game off. I think it's going to make him tired. And I believe he lets a lot of people get in his face, get inside, push him up against the cage. And most of them they'll get hit and they back out and they go back to range, they go back to space. Whereas I don't really, I'm constantly in your face.
Mhm.
So he's either going to have to try to run away from me, which will make him tired, and it'll be hard to do, um, or I'm going to get inside and I'm going to stay inside.
Yeah, I think, and that's kind of makes sense, to try getting in tight because he is 6'5", which is a big height advantage, but how are you able to, I guess, overcome that height disadvantage in this fight against him?
I mean, there's the height advantage helps him in the striking. The My height helped me. I mean, but me being the shorter guy, his hips are closer to me.
Mhm.
I can get under him easier. So there's advantages and disadvantages. The biggest disadvantage is being out on the outside, trying to get inside his range, and that's just going to come down to footwork, seeing what he does, and being being patient and also fighting smart.
Have you gone to get any looks, whether it be at the gym against someone who, is much taller than you?
Yeah, I've been training with Trevor Good. He's out of Boston, and he's 6'7", 77-inch reach, so he's pretty close. He's actually taller than Trey. and he's a welterweight as well. So training with him has been a huge help. Him and a couple of his Nick has been a big help too. Um, and I've done a bunch of rounds with them. So to be able to see that body type and get a good feel on it is definitely helpful.
Got it. And you told me off cam, but for the viewers, remind me where you're training and who have been your main training partners for this camp.
So I fight out of the Rough House. I'm part of the Team Dexter Valley Tudo.
Mhm.
Um, that's Groton, Connecticut. We've had several camps going this. My camp has been during several other teammates' camps for their fights. Jake Caskey, Eric Zane, Austin Shala, Jared Sweet. They've been a huge help day in and day out. Trevor Good, he's been coming down a lot and helping out. Um, and just my whole team down there. My coaches, Dexter, Kierkegaard, they've been helping me keep my mind in the right place, keep my mind focused on the game plan, and yeah, they've been doing a huge help to get me ready for this.
You know, you are training at somewhat of a smaller gym, but as someone who also trains at a smaller gym, I know that like all the amateurs, everyone there is kind of hungry, and also you, I'm sure, being at that gym, do you feel like you have an advantage coming out of somewhat of a smaller gym? Because when you're in fight camp, you're the main attention. You're not just another body in the gym, but it's kind of like all eyes and attention are on you, and everyone there's kind of there to help you a little bit.
For the most part, I mean, for this last, I would say for the last since April 20th, because my teammates fought that night, and then since then it's been more about like mostly my camp and what I need. Um, but the whole thing hasn't been because we've had fights and fight after fight with other teammates fighting. But it is, I would say, the biggest advantage of having a small gym is that you build such a close tie with everybody. It feels like a family. You seeing other people have faith in you and trust you and believe in you is huge. It carries more weight to me.
Yeah, I can sort of relate to that one. I train at a relatively small gym here in Philly with I think the Dacus brothers train there, but other than that, it's mostly guys who are like amateurs or few pro fights. I can definitely relate to the gym being really close when it's a smaller gym that all the fighters are, there to support each other. And I know that's a big thing, especially coming out of the smaller gyms.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask about, the shirt and I see the wanted signs behind it. Talk to me about anime. That seems to be something you're big into.
Oh yeah, I eventually will. But so this is a One Piece shirt and some wanted posters in the back. It's my favorite anime. I've been watching it since I was a kid. I grew up watching Toonami. It's where I first saw it, and then I started watching it on my own. Um, Bleach, Full Metal Alchemist. The I like My Hero Academia, but I like the later stuff that's in the manga. I've been reading a lot of Vagabond. I would read Berserk as slowly as it comes out. Um, um, uh, and yeah, I'm gonna eventually be covered in more tattoos, but I'm gonna give a whole sleeve to One Piece. So I'm gonna wait till it's finished though, so I can kind of pick out of everything I want. Um, but it's a great time to be a One Piece fan. There's a lot of awesome things, a lot of lore being dropped, and it's very enjoyable.
Got it. Got it. I'll be honest, I'm like, I don't know much about anime, but I'll have to check it out now.
It's got 1,000 episodes, so over 1,000. So it's hefty undertaking, but
Okay.
it's definitely worth. If you enjoy Arlong Park, and that's what I usually tell people, if you enjoy Arlong Park, if you enjoy up to Arlong Park, then you'll enjoy the anime. If you
Yeah,
don't, then probably not for you.
fair enough. Going back to the fight game, obviously you're in that 170 pound division. It's unclear who's fighting for the title next, but it's most likely going to be Leon versus Bilal Muhammad. How do you think that fight would play out?
I think there's a good chance Leon knocks him out because Bilal's a horrible striker. But Bilal's got great wrestling and he's got a great pace. I think Bilal will do what Colby should have done, which is be very aggressive and heavy pace, which will exhaust Leon. And I think Leon doesn't have the greatest cardio and he kind of crumbles once he gets tired. Um, or he doesn't necessarily crumble. He gets sloppy or a little lazy when he gets tired. Um, and I think Bilal can capitalize on that. But Leon Edwards fights very smart. If he stays away from him, comes in good shape, then Leon Edwards is going to smoke him. He's much better than him. Striking, grappling, all across the way. Bilal is just very big and he's in great shape.
Yeah, fair enough. Now I know it's, far off and you're 1-0 in the UFC coming out the contender series and you got Trey Waters coming up, but hypothetically, years down the road, when you're in the title picture, let's say, how do you think you would fare against either a Bilal or a Leon or these top guys in that division?
Um, well, like I would fight Leon tomorrow. And like I said, he's probably the best in my opinion, technique wise. He's right now he is the best example, like the highest technical fighter in the welterweight division that I've seen. Striking wise, grappling wise, just very well rounded. But he doesn't. I think I could break him cardio wise. Um, I am not polished enough. My technique's not, my fight IQ isn't high enough yet because I just don't have the experience. I don't have the time under my belt. I'm not in my prime yet. And he is. So it'd be a hell of a fight. And he's a great striker. So I could easily get fucking knocked out. But I would bet on myself. Bilal, like I believe I would be able to just piece Bilal up because I don't think he's a better wrestler than me, and he's not gonna have better cardio. He looks pretty damn strong, and that I don't know, but I am pretty strong myself. Um, who knows how it would feel in the cage? But I would strike him, outstrike him easily.
Yeah, fair enough. And I actually really respect you saying that because a lot of times I'll have, fighters just say, I feel like I'm the best in the world, but the results haven't been there. You're obviously, 25 and up and coming fighter. And I think having that mindset of knowing like, okay, I'm not in my prime yet. There's still things I need to work on. It's a really good mindset to have.
Yeah, I mean, like if it would just be a lie. Anybody like any 25-year-old who says, "Oh, I'm the best in the like," I believe I am going to be the best in the world. I want to go down as the best that's ever done it, and I can. I have the potential. I have the talent. I have the work ethic. I have everything I need. I have the team. I have the. It's just a matter of experience, fight IQ, good fortune. Um, and to not have it's not even so much humbleness or humility, it's just um to not be tapped into reality like that. It's that's going to cost you.
Hmm.
Like you're gonna miss out on things like if you're boasting to boast because you want to paint that image of yourself, that's fine. But if you're not being um self-critical enough to see the holes in your game, then you're not going to get better, and I'm getting better every day.
So looking ahead for you, you mentioned you want to fight 3 times this year in 2024, but let's say by the end of 2024, what is the storyline going to be on Billy Goff for this year?
Um, Hopefully 3 bonuses and 3 wins. That's all that really matters to me. I don't see myself getting a huge shot yet. Maybe. It depends on how the fights go, how the media goes, how big of a following I get, how much I blow up, because I'm not really that popular yet. We'll see. Because last time I fought in Singapore, so I didn't have as much. Like I wasn't really near my home crowd and whatnot, and didn't get as many eyes on me. So this time we'll see what kind of growth I get from it. Um, but my biggest thing, I don't care about big fights. I don't care about the fighting in arenas. I don't care about any of that. I want to stack wins, stack money, and get some good momentum. So for next year, when I want to make a run in the top 15, I've got some weight behind it.
Mhm. Yeah, well, certainly I'll be hoping you can make that run. Possibly you mentioned getting the bonus. I'm sure that'd help fill out the tattoo as well.
Nice, appreciate it. Yeah, this
Yeah,
one's gonna be using that one May 11th.
you got. I love you got the blade right on the elbow. That's the old cut.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of how you cut a punch. So I love that tattoo. But anyways, my final question, Billy. May 11th, Billy Goff, Trey Waters. Billy, give me your official prediction.
Shooting for the first round finish so I can get that bonus, but I am prepared for 15 minutes of hell.
Love it. Guys, Billy Goff returns to the octagon on May 11th when he takes on Trey Waters. This is going to be an awesome welterweight fight you won't miss. Billy, if there are any teammates, socials you want to shout out, the platform is yours. Go right ahead.
Huge thank you to my teammates. They've they're the reason I am where I am. I don't know where I'd be without them. It can't it's you can't do it alone. Um, the My friends and my family who support me. My buddy Ron, who's my camera guy,
Love it.
uh, good friend too. Uh, my sponsors, Raise the Standard, Nummy's Bakery, Cardboard Kids, Accelerate Athletics. They've been a huge help during this camp. There's a lot of money that I got to put into my camps. There's a lot of effort that I got to put in, and having people to support me, not only emotionally and physically, but financially. That's a huge help, and I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for the time as well, and I'm excited to put on a good show.
Of course, yeah, the pleasure is all mine. Billy, thank you so much for taking the time. Guys, Billy Goff returns to the cage on May 11th against Trey Waters. This is going to be an awesome fight. Billy, thank you so much and best of luck to you, my friend.
Absolutely.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.